Okay. So we have 10 minutes now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Please make sure all phones are silent or on vibrate. That's number one. All right. Number two.
everyone. My name is Miguel Rios.
And I'm Rain Weinstein.
And
this is Tea and Theories.
And
Good stuff.
today, we will be getting an inside look on some familiar and unfamiliar faces on campus.
That's right. Today we're going to be chatting with Officer Mark Linkenfelt and Snowbird, as well as Johnson and Rebecca Hallas from the Undergraduate Research Conference.
Stay tuned to learn more about the Undergraduate Research Conference and how it connects to some other aspects of campus life.
Yep. Really excited for today.
I'm really excited too. It is pretty interesting.
The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world confusing me. Clouds as lean as you ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers. To predictability, the milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This whole world confusing me. Clouds as lean as you ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers. To predictability, the milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered?
Alrighty, we are happy to welcome our first guest here, Officer Mark Linkenfelt, as well as Snowbird. Officer Mark is here to chat with us about his roles on campus, and Snowbird is here for the emotional support of our very stressed out team of students. Now, at first, we have a few questions for Snowbird himself. Snowbird, what is your last name?
I don't have one, but if I were to have one, it'd be Linkenfelt, the last name of my dog handler.
Are you part bird?
I might be part bird on my mom's side, but I do chirp and talk a lot after all.
What is your salary?
My salary? Well, my salary is a lot of dog treats, friends, hugs, and everything that I get while on the job.
Wow. You do such amazing work around campus, Snowbird. And now to know about Officer Mark as well. Officer Mark, how long has Snowbird been in your life?
Snowbird's been here since May of 2024.
Wow. Such a short amount of time, but such impact on our campus. What is you and Snowbird's role on our campus?
Snowbird and my role is community outreach. So what we do is provide students that go through stress, anxieties, a crisis in their lives. We go there and help them, give them comfort and support.
We know we definitely need some of that. What are some recent incidences, if you don't mind us asking, where you and Snowbird have been on campus helping out students?
We've helped some students during the hurricane crisis. We did a visit at their house that they lost everything, so we made a special trip there to help them out and comfort the family and their siblings. Just an everyday venture, you never know. So we try to be out there going around the whole campus saying hi to everybody. It's stressful days for students going through everyday life, classes, exams. So we just try to be out and say hi to everybody and make their day for them a little bit better.
We definitely appreciate that. How long have you been with the UPD?
I've been with UPD since March 2006, so coming close to almost 19 years.
Wow, you've definitely seen a lot of changes on our campus.
A lot of changes.
And you've had some changes in your roles, I can imagine.
Correct.
Did you go from like a regular UPD officer to then the therapy canine role?
Correct. wore many hats. I did property evidence, I did field training, new officers, we did RAD training, self-defense training for student staff and faculty. And then we got the opportunity to have Snowbird on our campus, so I immediately put in for that position, tried out. We had to do oral boards, interviews, fitness test, home visits, and then I was actually, the top candidate. So I was very fortunate to have this opportunity.
Amazing.
So, and then
Snowbird's figuring out how to get comfy
yeah.
on our couch. But so Snowbird, did he originally start as a part of our dog training program and then ventured into your role?
Right. So the students have the Puppy Love Club on campus. So we saw no better way to partnership with Dogs Inc. to bring a dog into our campus community. So he wasn't raised on this campus, but he was raised up in Gainesville. But maybe one day when we maybe get another dog, it'd be maybe raised right here on St. Pete campus, which would be pretty awesome.
I cannot imagine another dog as great as Snowbird, but I'm
Right.
sure they're out there. Where does Snowbird live after active duty hours?
Snowbird's home with me. He goes home with me morning and night, so he spends time off hours at home. We got 2 cats. He kind of just snuggles and plays with a little bit, and just after hours, he's just a dog. Let him be a dog. Play, have fun, lay in the yard, go in the pool.
What are some of the things that Snowbird can provide for students?
Well, Snowbird, if our students are going through anxiety or going through a crisis, he can come up and just sit here and be just super relaxed with you, calm you down. He also comes up and does hugs on your lap, so you can actually hold him and comfort you. He also does chin rest with his chin on your knee, just to be more close to the students and staff. He's just a snuggly dog that just makes your day better. How can you not smile when you see him coming walking by you? So,
I don't know. You would have to be quite cold-hearted to resist the joys of Snowbird. How should students approach Snowbird? If you're just walking around
Correct.
campus, how does somebody start an interaction with you and Snowbird?
Correct. So Snowbird, like some service dogs, police dogs, some that you really can't just come up and pet, but Snowbird is the pettable one you can. Usually, we also want to make sure students are comfortable around dogs and they're not allergic or afraid of dogs. So we come up and say, hey, the students can come up, can I say hi to Snowbird, or can I pet him? And absolutely. And usually ask them if they want to say hi, so it's okay to come and say hi to Snowbird.
That's great. Is there any way to get Snowbird to come to campus events, clubs? How do you request time
Absolutely.
with your Snowbird?
On our UPD website, there's a request form for Snowbird, so just fill out the request. We'll get to it and see if it makes all the approvals through the chain of command, and we'll see if we can come to your local event, or even just the students wants to spend time, they can fill it out too. We can make the appropriate time to come see the student.
Where can we see you around campus?
Oh, we try to be everywhere around the campus. So our main area is probably the library, the main hub that we try to be at, but we go through the classrooms sometimes, the Bay, Davis, Marine Science. So we kind of try to be everywhere that we can.
I know that you came into one of my classrooms, and I was very, very excited for Snowbird time
Yes.
then. I have seen around campus little baseball cards of
Yes.
Snowbird. Where can we get those, and what is the point of those lovely little collectible cards?
So we have his own training card for the police department, but the campus decided to do little baseball cards of Snowbird throughout the different parts of the campus. So it kind of recognizes like campus rec, student success, honors college, and they try to get, he puts on different type of outfits, trying to open up what that department does.
So you and Snowbird are really a part of like all of campus life.
Correct.
You've really integrated.
We try to be out and involved in all the campus community.
So amazing. One last question for
Okay.
you and for Snowbird. What is Snowbird's favorite treat?
That's a good question. He is lab, and he's also a golden retriever mix, so he's a Goldador as we call him. I haven't seen him turn down too much food, so he likes Crunchios by Fromm, but any type of dog treat he loves.
Anything. So if you see him around campus, perhaps if you're carrying a Crunchio.
Perhaps we try not to feed him just the handler because he is treat rewarded, driven, trained. So usually just the handler does the treats, but what we try to tell some people maybe has some type of toy for him that he can play if you're in a certain department around campus that he can come visit.
Alrighty. So keep that in mind when you're interacting with our Snowbird friend here. And it was so great to have you on camera with us, Mark.
It's been
and
awesome.
It's been amazing. And I hope to see you around soon.
Thank you.
Alrighty. So this is our first.
introducing the king and queen of the Undergraduate Research Conference. We have John Johnson, Associate Director of the conference, and we have Rebecca Hallas, the Unit Research Administrator of the conference. Please enlighten us with the knowledge on this year's Undergraduate Research Conference on our lovely campus.
Well, it is happening on Thursday, April 24th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. It is open to all students at USF, undergraduate, that is. We will be serving lunch this year, so that is something to keep in mind for the students attending. And it is just a great opportunity for the students to come and discuss their research to a broader audience.
That's awesome. And I was wondering, like, how does a student get involved in the research conference?
Students will either be part of a class or doing research on their own, and then they would apply for the conference with their abstract and the information about their research, and then it's put into a program, and then the day of the conference they either have a poster, an oral presentation, or a creative presentation. And most do posters, and so they come and they put the posters up, and then they stand next to their poster and discuss their research with passersby throughout the conference.
Oh wow, I was wondering, like, what is like the most interesting like posters that you have seen from like a student who presented at your conference within the last year or two?
Last couple of years. One of the classes does civic engagement, and so their posters are all about changing policy. So one of them, they looked at veterans, and they wanted to get veterans free bus passes in Pinellas County. And so they did a poster, they presented it to the county, and the county actually changed policy based upon the study. So now our veterans can ride the buses for free.
Wow, that is very innovative. I can't imagine doing anything like that, but I mean, given the opportunity and the chance of students to do that,
Yeah.
I think it's a really unique thing on this campus. I was wondering, can a student also present on the Tampa campus if they wish to?
Yes, there are conferences on all three campuses all lined up. So the first one is in Tampa, and then the one here, and then on Friday the one in Sarasota, Manatee. And we coordinate with them as part of the One USF. So we always try and coordinate our events across the three campuses. And in fact, students can present at all three or at two. They don't have to choose just one. So some students that are going to be presenting their posters at a professional conference may want the practice, and so may want to present at more than one conference here at USF.
Of course. And what are the benefits of getting involved in the research conference?
It starts you on your research trajectory. So first is a resume builder. If you're going to apply to grad school, it's very helpful to have done a poster and presented it. And it really starts people when they get into research. It can help them decide if that is a future career path for them, whether they want to be a scientist or a professor in academia. Either way, this is kind of the start to that type of career. So you get to learn whether research is a thing for you and whether it's something you really like and you enjoy and you want to do.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, do you have to have an idea set when you're applying to be a part of the research conference, or it?
You have to have some semblance of an idea of, because your project needs to be already in process for you to apply. So you need to have it ongoing at least in order to apply, because you have to explain your research for the application.
Yeah.
I see. And I was also curious on about the research conference. What, I guess, have you seen other students like collaborating like together to create posters?
Yeah, we allowed group posters as well as individual posters. Group posters usually come from the classes. They divide the class into groups, and then each the veterans bus ticket one was a group from a class. So you can present as a group or as an individual. It really depends on what your research requires and who you have been working with as far as your research is concerned.
Yeah. Sometimes students are actually doing research with their faculty mentors for years, and they might be presenting that poster with a graduate student where they co-wrote something. So there's often 3 or 4 authors to a poster.
So I'm guessing for the research conference, it's more than undergraduates that can be involved with it, am I guessing? Or
Well, ours is, you need an undergraduate author in order to be at ours. That was a change when we consolidated that we wanted to be a little more standard. So ours all have undergraduates who are part of the poster. They can have someone else working with them that isn't a graduate student or something else, but in order to be at our particular conference, you need to be an undergrad, because there's a separate conference for the graduate students.
Separate conference, all right?
Yeah.
Thank you. And I also was curious about your individual roles that you do a part of the research conference, if you may do that to our audience.
Yeah, so basically I work on faculty-led research grants. So I do the post-award management mostly, handling of the budgets, any type of budget transfers or specific sponsor requirements that we need to fulfill throughout the grant, making sure that the funds are there for travel to conferences or whatever might be related to the grant. And I also do a little bit of pre-award, helping them with the proposals to get the grant. But John mostly focuses on the pre-award.
And I've been here for 10 years, so they put me kind of in charge of this conference when I got here. So it's one of the only ways that I actually interact with students. Most of my job is working with faculty. I am part of the Research Development Institute at Tampa, which is kind of pre-award. We help put together teams to compete for very large grants, and so we're starting to do that. And because of that, because we work with a lot of faculty, we have very good relationships with faculty members. And most of the research, you have a faculty mentor. So we outreach to faculty members to try and recruit students to the conference, because some faculty members have been working with students for a couple years on some of these projects. So.
And I was also wondering, you mentioned grants and potentially awards,
Yep.
if I'm correct. What are those awards like? How does it look like, and what qualifies like a certain student to be eligible for those?
So grants are, so most grants, they put out an RFP or a call for proposals. So you need to read those calls and see what's involved in them, and to see if you qualify or not. There are some grants for undergrads and the grants for graduate students. There's a green program here on campus that students can apply to if they have ideas for how to make things more green on campus. That's a great first grant for students to check out. But there's lots of opportunities. We are going to be piloting Atom Grants, which is a new grant search engine here on the St. Pete campus and on the Sarasota Manatee campus. And that's AI driven, so it should help our students and our faculty find better opportunities tailored to them. And that will start in probably about a month. So,
Wow.
yeah.
What would you say to a student who potentially has an idea, but maybe they're like too afraid to get it out there? I mean, what would be a word of advice?
Find a faculty mentor.
Yeah.
For sure. Find someone in that area, in that discipline, that's faculty that could help guide you with your research. That's really essential to undergraduate research.
And that's what's great about being on this campus, is we have smaller class sizes, so you have more of a chance to talk to your faculty, and they have more time to invest in the undergraduate students.
Mm-hmm. And how do, I guess, the campuses, do they differentiate that much between the conferences that take place?
No, not really. We actually coordinate with the other two. We allow the students to present it at any one. We have a unified application, so it's one application where when you apply, you tell them which campus or campuses you want to present on. So all that, for all of us, it's really about making sure you have a faculty mentor who's supporting your project, because your project needs to have a mentor to sign off on it.
All right. Well, that concludes our interview. So thank you so much, Rebecca. Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much, and stay tuned, and we'll see you.
Yeah, looks really nice. Dude, what's up, man?
What's up? How are you?
Doing good.
Nice seeing you around.
Yeah, looks really nice.
You want me to zoom? We're good.
3,
We're on.
2.
Oh. Hi.
Hello.
All right. So right now we are going to be trying our tea of the week. So I brought in a lovely tea from Dunedin, Florida. How exotic.
It is.
The Spice and Tea Exchange Seasonal Chocolate Candy Cane Tea, black tea. So the description of this one is that it is find comfort and joy in this festive and rich black tea. Creamy chocolate and cooling peppermint candy.
Ooh.
Deliciously smooth, indulgent, and refreshing. It's a cup of holiday cheer, they say. You can't see on camera, sadly, but it does have little candy canes
Yeah,
in the
peppermint,
actual
yeah.
tea, which is very, very cute. Wish we could do a crazy zoom in there.
I know.
So, what we're gonna
Alright.
do is we're gonna try our tea. I'll
go
pour
ahead
you
and
the
try
cup
it.
first because
Oh my
I'm a
gosh.
gentleman.
So kind.
There will be some tea leaves in it because I forgot the strainer.
I love the tea leaves. I mean,
They settle. We can read our fortunes. All right, so we'll give that a second. It's at the bottom there.
I'll give it a second.
Yours is. Perhaps create a sieve with your mouth. All right, let's clink. Thoughts?
Thoughts is definitely refreshing. Like, that aspect of it hits straight away when I drink it. Let me get a second sip.
I've had this one before, so you know.
Not the first time we're here, huh?
My opinions have already been made on this tea. I've already decided.
Have you had other people taste the tea before?
You know what? Nope, you're the first one. I'm
the-
sharing this beautiful experience just with you, Miguel.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. That is so special.
Yeah, you're special to me. We're the first host too, so I thought,
Wow.
momentous.
Momentous, yeah. Now,
Do you get any chocolate from it?
I do not get any chocolate from it.
Yeah.
I was about to mention that.
I feel like maybe if you steep it for longer, perhaps.
Yeah, maybe it's something in the leaves that just needs to soak in a little bit more, but
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not a tea sommelier. My expertise comes more from coffee, as my day job. I don't know if you know this, is working at our local kawa. Yep,
Shout out to
right here
Kawa.
on campus is where I work, and every day, so many people. I serve them little treats just like this.
for sure. Oh my gosh, we got sprinkles too.
Yeah, you got the fancy one. Delectable, truly. Maybe it'll bring out more of the chocolate notes in the tea.
Actually,
Maybe.
yeah.
Let's take a sip. Let's take a new sip.
I probably should have picked up the chocolate. You know what? The cookies do help.
Yeah,
They do.
I'm getting a little more.
During holidays.
Now it might be the chocolate chips in my chocolate chip cookie, but it tastes a little more like chocolate than it did before.
I mean, what is a holiday type of taste without cookies, anyways?
I agree. Celebrate the holidays any time of year, including March.
Yeah,
It's not March yet. It is still February.
it's February.
But
Indeed.
we're getting close.
It has rained over the past few days, and rainy day. Some people get sick from the rain. Why not enjoy some tea? It's the best thing.
I agree. What has been happening around campus that you've been seeing lately, Miguel?
A lot of construction near one of our residence halls, actually.
Oh, I can concur on that. I live in RHO. The windows,
Same.
they're fixing up the windows. They're starting with that one. And then the Grand Prix is starting this weekend.
It is. I mean, that just adds to the environment of all the construction, anyways, going
Yep.
on.
I enjoy the Grand Prix though. I think it adds some liveliness to the campus, and also it's going to be adding to my bank account because I am working the Kawa for the Grand Prix. So if you
okay.
guys want to see me out in the wild, check me out on Saturday, Sunday.
Does Kawa have some tea as well?
We do have tea. I do not know if we're going to be serving it on the Saturday, Sunday. I think the menu is going to be smaller than usual to accommodate for the traffic. Get my joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be there all day. Kawa is the official coffee sponsor of the St. Pete Grand Prix, which I did not know until I signed up for this a day ago. So
I mean, the more you know, right?
The more you know. That's what the show's all about. The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, truly.
What do we think about some of the guests that we had on today?
I mean, I loved getting to learn more about Snowbird and Officer Mark. Faces you see around campus a lot, but you might not know exactly what they do.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Sure. I love talking about like the research conference. I mean, there's some things that I just did not know from the beginning. So it was very interesting to see how they explain some of the application process, some of the inspiration behind needing someone else with you when you present that idea first and when you apply. Having a mentor, having these people around you, it kind of builds that sort of sense of community that USF St. Pete on this campus we need. And the fact you can present on any campus, actually, I like how they intertwine that you're not restricted just to whatever campus you're applying or whatever campus you're on. You can apply and present at any campus.
You know, one USF, it has its upsides, definitely, learning across the campuses. But I definitely, you know, I appreciated learning more about the Undergraduate Research Conference. I've been a few times on my time on campus, but this has definitely given me a closer look on what exactly goes into the whole process. And, you know, it's such a, I think, such a really important part of the learning experience to get to present the ideas that you've been working on in your classes or independently to the entirety of your campus, and also even potentially, you know, other staff members and faculty, people who could lend you some information and some help into looking more into the things that interest you.
Yeah. I mean, you're never really alone on this campus, really.
It's a small campus.
Yeah.
It's getting bigger, though. Bigger by the day.
It is.
I've been seeing a lot of new faces around in general.
Definitely.
Yeah, the freshman class, which the freshman class should definitely be looking into the Undergraduate Research Conference. That I can say.
They should be taking notes.
They should be. They should be. They are the prime audience to be starting their research lifestyle. So, what are you looking forward to on the rest of this show? What do you think we should be doing?
I'm looking forward to more tea, honestly. Like, I drink a little bit of tea, not as much as I do normally now, and I'm so excited to be trying more.
I'm
honestly.
bringing next episode. You're gonna be interested. I might have everyone try it. It's Lady Earl Grey. It's like Earl Grey, but like with a twist. But you're gonna have to tune in next episode to see that one. It was great chatting with everyone today. It was great seeing you, Miguel.
It was.
Yep, on this episode of Tea and Theories. Just a great time.
Thank
and
you.
I think everyone should tune in next episode for some more. Thanks for spilling the tea with us. Tea and Theories.
Yep.
It is cold now. Go Bulls, though.
Go Bulls.
As always, go Bulls.